Pavel, there are a lot of repressions now against Russian journalists in Russia. What makes Alsu's case unique?
It is no secret that reporting in Russia independently has become an endangered profession. But I think it's especially dangerous now for American journalists to work inside Russia. I'm convinced that Alsu is being targeted because she's an American citizen and because she is a journalist for Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty. She is held in a cold prison cell exactly for that reason, because she had the courage to report on what's going on inside Russia, what's going on with ethnic minorities inside Russia. I think that this detention is unjust and she should be released as soon as possible.
What do you know about the conditions in the prison?
All communication that we receive from Alsu is censored, so we cannot be certain that she receives the attention and the treatment that she deserves. We know that her prison cell is cold. Sometimes it gets overcrowded. It is a pretrial detention facility, but it is a Russian jail. She does send us letters that are upbeat and optimistic, but make no mistake, she's held by a penitentiary system that is notorious for its mistreatment of political prisoners. She shouldn't be in that jail.
When she was first detained in June, she was released but then detained again. Why did they need such a scenario?
Well, I can't get into their heads, but I can only speculate that they were building a bigger case against Alsu. She was first detained and charged for failure to report her American citizenship, which is now a criminal offense in Russia. They dragged this case out for several months, and eventually in early October a judge issued a relatively small fine, but before she was able to pay the fine, they came after her, arrested her, and charged her now with a more serious offense, with failure to register as a so-called foreign agent, an absurd charge that she denies.
In your opinion, is Alsu's coverage of ethnic minorities and culture and language related to her case?
I don't have the details of her case, but it's quite likely that her coverage of the plight of ethnic minorities in Russia has played a role in this. Alsu is primarily a journalist, not necessarily an activist, but she has been a very strong proponent of and enthusiast of her culture and the Tatar language. Honestly, I can't think of another person who is as passionate about her culture as Alsu. She's been involved in spreading awareness about her Tatar culture.
What is the most important thing to do to help Alsu right now?
Right now, letters are really the biggest lifeline for Alsu in detention. She very much appreciates the support that she's been receiving. She receives a lot of letters from people that she doesn't know, from complete strangers who share their life stories with her, and even recount movie plots. So that's a big help. But on the diplomatic front, we would like to see more involvement from the United States government and from other parties as well, from the European Union, from human rights organizations. There is no doubt in my mind that the reason for her detention is her American citizenship and her work for Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty. I think Alsu must be designated as a wrongfully detained person. I think she meets most, if not all, the criteria.